All right, give me just a second. How was types up the dev chat? All right, let's turn these tunes down a little bit. There we go. Now it's at a more appropriate decibel level. Tempted to get the treadmill out, but it's been a heck of a week. It's been a heck of a week. I do want to say a quick thank you as we're getting started here and as people are rolling in. Number one, everybody did help with the down payment. So we managed to get the down payment to the surgery done and sent in. So now we're working on the surgery cost. Thank y'all for those who've contributed so far. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are appreciated. And I just can't say thank you enough for supporting me and my family. I think I am going to get the treadmill out. 1 second. I think every fat person who works at a desk should probably get one of these $150 treadmills. So you can at least walk in place while you're doing nothing. All right, am I good? Camera's still off. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Rev. We're going to talk Star Trek Fleet Command. Also going to do a little bit of M-score stuff today. Going to improve my M-score for the first time in years. Hey, Q, good to see you. Hope you're having a fantasmic day. It is a good day, I hope, for you. And Naxali, good to see you. I'm glad y'all like the hat. The hat is nice. We'll get this started. Hey, Fabio, good to see you. So we're going to talk about Archer a little bit. I'm going to send Archer out to do a little bit of his grind and show y'all the loot. So instead of me using Enterprise E Data, Enterprise E Picard 5, I'm going to use Archer with Trip and then Enterprise E Data. And we're going to go out and see how we do versus 42s in terms of as a comparison. And we'll do that tonight as well on video. And then tomorrow will probably be our Archer video. If y'all are curious, we can share the results of what players have said so far about the specialty ships. I'm going to be sharing that out with the Overlords tomorrow-ish. We've actually had more people respond about this particular small survey than any survey we did in the past year. So y'all were very, very, very vocal about the survey about the ships. So if y'all haven't done that, there is the link to that form right there. If you've not said, hey, here's what I think about these specialty ships in 2023, the opportunity to look back and say, was this design good, and what you would want them to try to copy, or what you would try to get them to emulate in future runs. Because whether y'all like it or not, there's going to be more. Okay? There will be more specialty ships. So we'd probably rather them be a certain way versus another way. And then I did just scrap another Stella. So I, actually have to go and build another Stella. And then I also have to start the whole scrapping procedure over until I finish maxing out my Stella. So we're going to start on that one. And that's going to be fun, I think. I want to eventually get done with this silly thing, but I'm working on it very slowly. Bruce says it's free to play. It'll be years before I get Archer, lower the ridiculous prices of the game. They're not going to lower the ridiculous prices of the game because that's the only way the game makes money. I know it's tough to really fathom. It's just, as I always have to explain to people, you got to understand how much the upper end of this game spends. So, yeah, I mean, it is nice that when we can fight and get some good $20 and $50 price points, and we have been able to make strides in that, I would like to think. So, would like to think that we've made strides in that. But yeah, I mean, they're free to play that have gotten Archer, but it's all relying on the SLB. And obviously, that's not consistent long-term sourcing, right? For any of us. So there are definitely some problemos there, but we'll continue to push for better sourcing for things. And we'll see what next month has for, you know, the game without doing any spoilers. So you got Archer by doing the SMSs. I love that. I think that's fantastic. Let me go ahead and start this build before I forget about it. Yo, Houston, thank you so much. Hope your wife gets well soon. I appreciate you so much. If anybody does want to contribute to the surgery fund, exclamation point donate, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, there are the ways. Never required, but it is appreciated. I only mentioned it because QCent was very kind to drop a super chat. Thank you, QCent. And actually, it's easier to see your chat. So, you think the devs, hold on, we'll read this. Do you think the devs can make the refinery for Swarm give more than just mats? All right, so the answer is, could they? Of course. Are they going to? No, because they're focusing on adding in those things in newer elements of the game. For example, the Monavine, the Voyager, Bajor, all of those do those things already. So, and that's just kind of been a focal point for them. I don't see them doing it like retroactively on old content. Now, if new content comes around that is revitalizing old content, which is something that I actually had a great conversation with a member of Game Design about a couple days ago, that they talked about, yeah, that's probably a great path that we should explore more, then maybe we'll see that happening. Right? So, see this run 456. That's not terrible, I guess. That's not terrible. So, was able to unlock Archer this weekend and push to 53 and got your Corvus. Now you're material poor. Well, congratulations on getting your Corvus, my friend. That's pretty neato. So that's pretty neat. Congrats on the Corvus. I am going for the Vorcha, and before that, I'm going for the Tribune. So I'm taking it slow. Crack says you can buy 3 games for $100. All the games I want to buy are like $70 plus. I mean, okay. Random. You love Archer trip to Paul? 500% loot bonus. So the T'Pol one is nice. I threw an Enterprise E data for the extra damage creation. Just try to make sure I can kill these as quickly as possible. Which I'm actually going to move up to the 44s real quick to kind of show how much, you know, I'm able to increase my loot acquisition for this. But a 500% bonus. And remember, Earth, that doesn't even count what you can get below decks. Sam said, did some great Archer aquatic testing last night with the help of chat and Jules. Looking very forward to see your testing today. So Jules has some really good ones, but if you have upgraded your NX-01, there's actually a way to farm the battleships and never have to worry about the 30% gun. But you do have to have your NX-01 tiered before that is a viable strategy. So a future thing for those in NX-01 land, let me see if I can grab one of the screenies real quick. And keep in mind, this is for later in the game. So I was working with some higher level players yesterday. So please note that what I am showing you is not meant to be something that you're going to get anytime soon. Let me save this for video. And we'll just call this one V1. Save. So this is not at all in any way meant to be like, hey, this is new. But down the road, a way to avoid or a way to, you know, not have to worry about the go home gun. And you can do this at a lower tier than what this ship did it. If this is just a visual example. But hold on. Let me get Theeps up here. Bam. So what you do is once you have the critical floor research done, so you can use criticals again, you load out pure hit, fast hit, and you blow it up before the 5th gun can fire. And then you can farm. Now, granted, it can take some time. You can farm the cruisers all day long and never worry about the big home gun sending you home. You will need to tier up your NX-01 a little bit so that its damage bonus gets better. And you're focusing then on using hull breach, criticals, obviously, and isolytic. So there are some ways to eventually get there to really start stockpiling this, but it is a little bit away for many players. Heldar says, I'm 147, 150 on the Vorcha only from G5 Epic chest drops, but I'm probably not going to build it. How dare you, Helder? You better build it. I don't care if you don't upgrade it. You do not disrespect the Klingon Empire. You do not disrespect the flagship of Gowron, the Chancellor of the Empire, by not building it. I would be greatly, greatly offended. How dare you, sir? How dare you? So, yeah. All right. Is it even making a difference if you would get crypt floor? Absolutely, Nuxali. Here's why it makes a difference. Because I've had people try to like argue that, oh, well, if it's 100%, a critical doesn't matter. Absolutely still matters. Here's why it matters. Because sure, the critical would be a multiplier of 1. But do not forget that hull breach is a multiplier of 1.5. So hull breach would still improve your damage. And then isolytic damage is a multiplier after all of that. So it would still increase. You absolutely do want to have critical, then hull breach, then isolytic. So you do want to work on those floors. You do want to work on that favor. And some people have even considered purchasing the prime specifically for that reason and in that logic vein. So it absolutely does matter. Maybe not the greatest boost in the world if you're used to like a 500%, but it will matter, especially as you unlock artifacts and do more things that increase your overall isolytic damage. And don't forget that Enterprise E data is isolytic cascade, which is basically hull breach and criticals built into one ability for isolytics. It gives you the bonus for the isolytic damage as well as providing a multiplier. That's what cascade does. So good times. Green or better. Heldar, I appreciate you being here. Get out of my chat and never return. Don't leave. Get out. Don't leave. Appreciate you. Get out. Okay, which G5 uncommon or rare ship are you going for? Klingons. Klingons, because I'm Klingon. Now, I will say I'm probably going to try to get the Dare Dex 15 years in the future because that thing is such a beautiful ship. The Dare Dex is absolutely a gorgeous bird. The Dare Dex is an absolutely gorgeous bird. But yeah. Brigadier Jones says, thanks for your help on Tuesday, Twitch Rev, for putting a ticket in for missing out on the Par Mock, turning the extended into today. Got Janeway and Doc. You are welcome. You are welcome. And for those that don't know, they turned it back on for one day. I should actually probably make this a quick announcement because I did not think to announce this yet. 1 second. Let me announce this to everybody in case y'all missed it. I bugged them for 3 straight days about this. I bugged them for 3 straight days. They finally did it. So let me make sure people know if they don't know already. Let me just ping it in my Discord in case people missed it. Just in case any STFC players. Dang it, wrong person. Missed it. They did listen to my requests.